Hi, my name is AUNI IRSYA binti ROSLI.
Hi, my name is SITI FATIMAH binti ZAINOLO RASHID.
Hi, my name is SAFIA BALQIS binti HILMI AZUAN.
Hi, my name is FAFYATUL binti MAWARDI. Bye. Hey, there's a seesaw. Let's play together. Let's go. Hey, I'm stuck up here. I can't even touch the ground.
It's just I'm too heavy, I think.
It's not fair.
How do we balance this seesaw?
Hello everyone, have you ever wondered why a seesaw cannot balance when two people have a different body weight?
Today, we are going to investigate this real-life situation using the principle of moment and equilibrium.
Let's calculate it scientifically.
Before we move on to our case study, let's first understand two important concepts in mechanics, moment and equilibrium. A moment is the turning effect of a force acting about a fixed point called the pivot of a film. It depends on the magnitude of the force and its distance from the pivot. This relationship is expressed by the formula moment equals force multiplied by distance. Next is equilibrium. Equilibrium is the state in which an object remains balanced because the resultant force and the resultant moment are equal to zero. In other words, the total clockwise moment must be equal to the anti-clockwise moment. These two principles form the basis of our playground seesaw case study.
Before we calculate anything, we need real data.
You are right.
A playground seesaw has a total length of 2.17 meter and is supported as its midpoint. Isha, who has a mass of 30 kg, sits at one end of the seesaw, where AUNI, who has a mass of 40 kg, sits on the opposite side. Explain why the seesaw does not balance and determine how the heavier person should adjust her position so that the seesaw remains in static equilibrium.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Now I will explain why the seesaw does not balance in our case study. The playground seesaw has a total length of 2.17 meters and is supported at its midpoint. Therefore, the distance from the pivot to each end is 1.085 meters. Isha, who has a mass of 30 kilograms, sits at one end, while Auni, who has a mass of 40 kilograms, sits at the opposite of the end. First, we determine the weight of each person using the formula W equals mg. Isha's weight is 294.3 meters, while Auni's weight is 392.4 newtons. Next, we calculate the moment produced by each person. Moment is calculated using the formula m equals F times d, where F is the force and d is the perpendicular distance from the pivot. When we compare the two moments, Auni's moment is greater than Isha's moment. Since the clockwise moment is larger than the anti-clockwise moment, the moments are not equal. Therefore, the seesaw does not balance because the heavier person, Auni, produces a larger turning effect or moment about the pivot. As a result, Auni's side moves downward, while Isha's side moves upward.
Oh, so that's why I can touch the ground.
Safia, instead of changing AUNI's weight, let's change her distance from the pivot.
Let's calculate again. These slides show the solution to balance the seesaw using the principle of moment. First, we calculate Isha's turning moment. Since Isha stays at the end of the seesaw, the distance is 1.085 meters and her weight is 294.3 newtons. So, her moment is 319.3 newton meter. Next, according to the principle of moment, for the seesaw to balance, Auni moment must be equal to Isha's moment. We substitute Auni's weight, which is 392.4 newtons, into the equation and calculate her new distance from the pivot. The result is 0.814 meters.
This means AUNI needs to move closer to the pivot to balance the seesaw. Finally, we verify the answer by calculating both moment again. Both sides are approximately 319.3 Newton meter, so the seesaw is balanced. The small difference is only due to rounding during the calculation. In conclusion, by applying the principle of moments, we found that AUNI must move to 0.814 meters from the pivot to achieve perfect balance.
Now we balance.
In conclusion, the seesaw does not balance at first because AUNI is heavier and create a larger turning moment than IRSYA. To achieve static equilibrium, AUNI must sit closer to the pivot. This proves that balance depends on both weight and distance to ensure that clockwise moment equals to anti-clockwise moment.
The principle of moment is not only used in seesaw,
Engineers also use it when designing bridge,
cranes, doors, and playground equipment.
From this case study, we discover that balance does not depend only on weight.
It depends on force and distance. When the clockwise moment equals to the anti-clockwise moment, the seesaw becomes balanced.
Yay! That's all from us. Thank you. Bye.
Come on, Dora! All right!
Hello everyone. Have you Balance does not only depend on salah cakap, only depends salah cakap lagi.
Let's go!